Merci, Monsieur le Président. Good afternoon, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. As we look back to 1995, the year the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action was adopted, think about what the digital world looked like. Less than 2% of the world's population had a mobile phone. Less than 1%, or actually to be precise, 0.8%, about 40 million people at the time, were online, had access to the internet. Delegates to the Fourth World Conference on Women may not have referenced the internet or the mobile phone, but they did understand and recognize this well, the immense potential of technology and its ability to empower women and girls. The outcome document mentions technology 31 times. 10 years later, we held the World Summit on the Information Society in Tunis, and there member states acknowledged the full participation of women in the information society as necessary to ensure inclusiveness and respect for human rights. By 2005, 34% of the world's population had a mobile phone, and about 15%, 1 billion, were connected to the internet. But not Rebecca, an inspiring fashion designer from Ethiopia. She never made a mobile phone call. She didn't have access to the internet. But a few years ago, after receiving digital skills training from the ITU and the Enhanced Integrative Framework, Rebecca was able to launch Helmi, her e-commerce business that now reaches customers all over the world. And Rebecca's story is one of progress. Progress in leveraging digital technologies to advance opportunities for women and girls everywhere. This progress was re-energized when Beijing Plus 15 review took place and member states decided to encourage the implementation of women's economic empowerment policies that leverage digital technologies for lifelong education. 30 years after Beijing, parity in the internet, parity in internet use has been achieved in some places, in some regions, but the digital gender divide is far from closed, and I think, referring to the words of the President of the General Assembly, that is one of the hard truths. We have not closed the digital gender gap, and in least developed countries, the gap is actually getting bigger, with less than 30% of women having access to the internet. Closing this digital divide is a matter of empowerment, but ladies and gentlemen, it also makes economic sense. While estimates vary, exact estimates vary, connecting more women could boost global GDP by billions and billions of dollars. But connecting women to the internet is not enough. We have what we call a usage gap, compounded by other barriers that are facing women and girls from a digital skills deficit, affordability challenges, that smartphone is too expensive or the cost of service is too expensive, to unsafe online environments, to an underrepresentation in STEM education, just to name a few. The impact of these barriers is clear. If we look at computer science studies alone, the proportion of female graduates back when computer science came on the scene in the 80s was about 30-something%. Today, it's about the same. We have not been able to attract more women and girls into STEM fields. Beyond education, women are underrepresented in the tech force, around 30%. And to note that just 2% of all startup funding goes to women-led tech ventures. Of course, in the AI sphere, the numbers are not much better, with women representing some 30% of the workforce when it comes to AI. And when it comes to women in leadership in government positions, when it comes to tech, it's about 20%. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you will all agree that women's unique perspective is absolutely vital if digital policy and tech innovation is to truly benefit all. When this happens, I think the results are inspiring. Look no further than Not a Woman's Job, which is a photo exhibition that was on display first here at UNOG and now is being hosted by the ITU, celebrating 100 incredible scientists, engineers, and technologists who just happen to be women. One of them is 22-year-old Mary from Uganda, who wants to become a great engineer to help other girls turn their dreams into reality. Another is Aniri. She's a single mother learning digital skills at a STEM center in South Sudan. Our ITU-led AI Skills Coalition is designed to help women like Mary and like Aniri access training opportunities at a time when 40% of global employment is exposed to artificial intelligence. Excellencies, as the UNSG mentioned this morning, let's continue leveraging the Global Digital Compact and the Pact of the Future, where member states reaffirm their commitment to the Beijing Declaration and the Platform for Action. ITU is firmly committed to continuing its role as a founding partner of the Equals Global Partnership, as an international gender champion, as a co-lead of the Generation Equality Action Coalition on Technology and Innovation, as a promoter of our Girls in ICT Day, and on World Telecommunications and Information Society Day on the 17th of May this year, when the ITU turns 160 years old. Our anniversary theme, as agreed by our member states, is how digital transformation can empower women and girls like Rebecca, Mary, and Aniri. So much is possible when we work together. In fact, the only way to fully realize the promise of the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action and to eliminate all divides, the digital divide, once and for all, is by working together, in partnership, on behalf of women and girls everywhere. Thank you.